So obviously my last video was about nigga moments, and yesterday I was driving and I was thinking like, damn, like that was a pretty good video. And then I started reminiscing about when I used to be an ABA therapist, and I was like, bro, what the hell? That was a real nigga moment that I actually had happen to me. It was like straight out of the Boondocks, right? So if you don't know what ABA therapy is, it's basically when you are one-on-one with a client who is autistic, and the whole point of it is to reduce like their negative behaviors. You're trying to like reduce negative behaviors and turn them into like positive behavior. You use negative reinforcement for positivity or whatever the case may be. Oh no, use positive reinforcement to reduce negativity. So, yeah, so I started working ABA therapy like for January of 2024. uh or no, it was like February 2024. Then I stopped working for that agency because it was too far. And then I did a little bit of I did a little bit of like summer camp, and then I was out of a job for like a couple months, so that was like pretty tough. And then I ended up finding ABA therapy after I got fired from a supermarket during this period of time. It was very bad. It wasn't even that bad, bro. They were glazing, bro. They said that I had a bad demeanor and all types of things, bro. I didn't give a fuck, bro. Like I'm coming in, I'm just here to collect a bag, bro. You want me to like smile in these people's face? No, that's not what I'm here for. Anyways, so and it's crazy because I literally got fired a week before I started this ABA job. I was gonna like I wanted to leave before they fired me, and I didn't even know I was getting fired. So that kind of fucked with me, bro. It hurt my ego, bro. I was very hurt, bro. But anyways, I started working January 2025 with this ABA therapy, this company, and I was working with this one client. We stopped. I stopped the services because like it was a little bit too much. He was like a little bit too hard to handle. Not hard to handle, but like I basically just couldn't, right? So then what exactly happened? Oh, okay. So then um, I stopped working with him. I want to say like May-ish. So I started working with this family in the Bronx, which wasn't that far from me. They were like a couple train stops away, and honestly, I could have walked there if I wanted to. And I did walk there a few times. It was like, I towards the end, I actually started walking there because, I wanted to get my steps in. I was like, that was the summer. I was touching like 10K, 20K steps, like it was nothing, man. So then, um, what's it called? So the problem with this family, right? Here's the issue, right? I started working with them, and I didn't really like the house that I was working in because it was like it wasn't that good, honestly. Like like I'm not one to I don't want to judge their living situation, but like it was not, let's just say it wasn't where you would want to raise three children under the age of 8 years old in that house, right? And they had a sweet little daughter there, or yeah, she was the sister of the client that I was working with. So she was real sweet. She tried to like join in on the how you call it, the services every now and then, but yeah, the mom would just send her back to her room. I was just like, oh damn, like she kind of needs to be there because then he'll like be accustomed to being with other people. So uh like okay, so yeah, I started working with that kid or whatever, and what happened? Oh, okay. So here was the problem with this family, aside from like their house. The mom would cancel the sessions at least once a week. And the problem with them canceling the session is that I don't get paid in this agency when they cancel sessions. So if they cancel one session, I lose out on a day's worth of pay. Mind you, I'm working 3 to 7. I'm supposed to be working 3 to 7, Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, $25 an hour, part time. But like I'm supposed to be making bank, bro. Every other week I'm supposed to be making bank. But no, they just wouldn't. She was always canceling. And I hated that shit because it's reflecting on my pay. I'm supposed to be getting at least after taxes like $800-900. But you're fucking with my pay. So anywho, yeah, so that was a big issue. Like from it was like at least once a week from the moment we started. We probably had at least one. We only had like one full week of them like keeping up with sessions. So fast forward, I end up going to Jamaica for a couple of days in June, right? I end up going to Jamaica for a couple of days, right? Then I come back, we're doing our sessions, then her grandmother passes away. And then, so she had to cancel sessions for that. And then she came down, she was like, hey, her grandmother passed away and that she's gonna be they're not gonna they would like to have like a week of no sessions because of the grandmother passing and graduations. And as you can tell, like that would definitely fuck with my money, bro. So now I'm losing out on at least $500. So now you're like playing with my money, which I was already not fucking with before, but now it's kind of like a little bit too much, right? So now, I was like, okay, no problem, right? No problem. I would be doing Instacart to recuperate my losses, which didn't really recuperate much, but you got to get it how you live, right? So then a week goes by, and then it's Monday now. Monday, she texts at like 2 p.m. And here's the problem. She would always cancel like last minute, bro. Like it would be like 30 minutes before, an hour before. Like sometimes she would cancel like a few hours before, which is okay, but like, bro, it's just the fact that you're canceling, right? So it's Monday now, like 2 p.m. She cancels. No reasoning, no reason behind this, right? And I was like, okay, like, all right, like it's a little bit too much. Now I'm losing out on another $100. So now, I like honestly, I should sue, like, just for like, you know, I should sue them, not the company, but them personally. But because like how much money I lost, bro? Like you know, who knows where I would have been, So, okay, so now it's the next day. I come in. Oh, and here was another okay, so I come in and well, I knock on the door. The mother's not there, but her stud sister opens this door. Now she opens it, and I walk in. And the kid isn't there. I'm like, where is he? She was like, oh, he's sleeping in the room. And here's the problem with that, right? Like, I don't have a problem with him taking a nap, but like, do not let him nap into like the session time, bro. Like, don't let him take a nap 30 minutes before he's slated to come. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't let him do that shit because then that kind of like fucks with me, bro. That like I'm not about to sit in that hot ass house. The house isn't really that clean. It doesn't smell very pleasant. Like I'm not about to be sitting there for like God knows how long waiting for him to come back. So waiting for him to wake up. So I was like, all right. Like I sighed. I was like, all right. I'll come back tomorrow. I turn around. I leave. I call my boss. I explain the situation. Right. My boss is like, hey, I was on my way there anyway. Are you sure you want to leave? Do you want to sit there and wait with me? I'll help you with the session. I'll make it easy for you. I was like, okay, right. Like she kind of got me there. She was actually like pushing for me to like stay there, right? Um. So then, right. So then I go back upstairs with the boss, right? We're sitting there, and I don't know if he woke up at this point, but the mother comes in eventually. The mother comes in, and she's holding on to like her tooth, I guess, because she like it was holding on to her face. Like I don't know if she had like a toothache, but I'm assuming she had a toothache. And, she's talking to the boss. She's like, hey, this, that, and the third. My grandmother passed away. We were dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. And she's talking about like, oh, they were going through graduations. Her grandmother passed away. All these type of things, right? While she's saying this, I'm not facing towards her. Like, I'm like kind of, I'm like angled like towards her, towards like my boss ish. So like I'm angled like towards her, towards like my, and well, I'm like angled towards like my boss and her ish, right? I'm not really like paying attention for real. So then, um. She's like, oh, and what I want to say to you, and she looks at me specifically. I'm like, what the fuck is this lady about to say? She's like, oh, you have all this nice energy and attitude whenever your boss is here, but whenever it's just me, or when my sister opened the door for you, she said that you had an attitude and this, that, and the third. And I was like, I didn't have an attitude. I just walked out and I said, but before I could even explain myself, this lady starts raising her voice at me. And mind you, I do not like being yelled at, especially when we're supposed to be having a serious civil conversation, right? Don't be a nigga, bro, which is the problem, right? So she starts yelling, and here's the thing, right? Usually whenever people like start yelling and trying to like over talk you, they really don't have anything of substance to say. They just want to show that they are winning the argument when it's not really an argument. I was literally just trying to have a discussion and explain my feelings. And I was literally just going to tell her, ever since you started with working with us, you have canceled every single time, and that gets frustrating. It's not something that you can just, like, it's annoying, bro. So she's saying all this nonsense and like trying to overtalk me, and I'm like, bro, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. I get up, I grab my bag, and I slam the door and I walk out. But my stupid ass, I left my headphones there, right? Very nice headphones. They actually broke recently, but yeah, my headphones, bro. I left them in the house. So I knocked on it and I told my boss, I was like, yo, bring them to the door, please. And this lady opens the door, and she's trying to pass the headphones through, but then this dumbass lady who's the mother, who she is yelling, like yelling, and she's now in the hallway acting all belligerent and acting very niggerish, right? And I fucking hate that shit, right? Mind you, we're in a hallway, you're yelling, and I'm like, bro, and then eventually I just yelled. I was like, bro, ever since I started working with you niggas, you guys have canceled every single time. How am I supposed to feel? You guys are fucking with my money. Word for word, what I told her. She's yelling back and forth, and then she gets like all up in my face, like body to body. She's trying to like bump me and stuff, and trying to get me like trying to get me riled up, right? And I'm like, bro, back up. Like, first of all, you're in my face. You're like, you're ugly. You're very ugly. Like, it's not even a joke how ugly you are. And you're yelling in my face. And your breath is fake hot, bro. So now I'm like a little bit irritated. But I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just telling her back up, back up. And she's threatening me. She's saying, I will beat your ass in this hallway. I will beat your ass in this hallway. So she's like, I'll beat your ass, blah blah. And I'm like, I was like, bro, back up, bro, back up. And she hit me. She hit me. And here's one thing about me. I'm not for violence. I really, well, in a sense, I feel like there's like, I'm not for violence when it comes to shit like this, right? Like, but like, not to get all political and to get all Black Pantherish on you, but like the only time you should be using violence is to get your point across against your oppressors, not against the man who's just trying to do his job, right? So she ends up punching me, right? And mind you, the punch didn't hit. It didn't even hurt for her. She got me, right? She got me. It was a muffin to the face. She got me, but it did not hurt. So, but once again, here's the thing, right? I'm not very confrontational, and I do not like to argue. I don't like to argue anymore. Like, right? If this was me, like 2020, 2019, bro, like I would have got it on, like win or lose, and most times I was losing. But like, that's besides the point. But so yeah, like she had hit me, right? And I was like, all right, like I don't like to fight, bro. You should not be putting your hands on me. And I don't like to hit women. I've never hit a woman. I will only hit a woman if the woman hits me first. But I'm not about to use all my strength on this woman. So she hits me. Mind you, this woman is about like 2 to 4 inches shorter than me. I give her a little three piece. I didn't want to, but like you kind of pushed me there, right? Like hit her 3 times in the face. One, two, three. And she kind of got startled. But then like after the third one, I realized, okay, like I let me just hold her back. So I pushed her away, and her stud sister was in the hallway. And I swear to God, I thought her stud sister was gonna try and jump it. I would have beat the fuck out of that stud. It like I would have rearranged her teeth because the bottom were very crooked. I would have rearranged her teeth. But like, bro, ooh, man, like it was just so disrespectful. Like, what is your problem, bro? Like, I'm not even trying to fight you. I'm really not trying to fight you. So I hit her, and her sister gets in the way. And mind you, my headphones had dropped on the floor, so she like broke my headphones. Like, I guess I had to order another one. Did I really want to? No, but like I kind of needed to because these are my babies, right? So she's like she's yelling at me all the time. She says, "Oh, get your bum ass out of here, blah blah. I'm gonna fuck you up next time I see you." This, that, and third. And I'm like, bro, I like not to toot my own horn, but you just got like shaken up looking at my fucking face, bro. I mean, well, after like I just hit you, and it's like, bro. That was the end of that. I ended up leaving. I thought about pressing charges, but I was like, she's a mother. I don't want to have to deal with the children having to go through whatever they got to go through, even though that mother was probably not. I Once again, I'm not gonna judge, but it's just like, bro. And that's the thing, bro. That ties all back to the nigga moments video. It's such a simple. It like something so minute can turn into something bigger than it needs to be. Why the fuck are you trying to fight me? You're trying to fight me, a working man. because I'm trying to explain my side of things. And you just yelled, and and then after like the yelling didn't work, and you seen that I was trying to remove myself from the situation, and that was the end of me working with her. Obviously I was not gonna go back there after that bullshit, bro. Like, and honestly, anybody who's working with them, I pray for them, because bro, that is not the person you want to deal with, bro. And once again, it ties back to the nigga moments video, bro. I like it, bro. It's something so minute, literally, bro. Every time niggas feel a little bit of like, damn, like I'm losing. What do I like? I'm losing this verbal discussion that we're having. I'm losing this discussion. I have to resort to something else. And 9 times out of 10, that something else is violence. But yeah, bro, that was yeah, I couldn't believe that shit, bro. Genuinely, bro. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice evening, afternoon, night, whatever the hell you're doing. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you in the next one.